Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, well, they are failing badly. Ratings after election week have absolutely crashed for late night television. And that's not the full story. It turns out that there is one dominating force over on cable TV. And because of it and what it's doing to late night TV, Elon Musk just might pull the trigger and pick up MSNBC. How is it all connected? Watch the video and you'll understand. We'll start right now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are so happy to have you bringing sunshine across the nation. And how do we do it? Well, we know our station in life is to bring you the news when it comes to entertainment and do it in a way that others simply don't. We don't shill. We don't carry the corporate message. We just bring you the truth as best we can. Keeping you ahead of the culture curve is what we do. We do it passionately. Sorry, corporations, but we've got plenty of years and even decades in the can. Folks, all we ask is that you click the like button and we'll explain how the demise that we're watching, the absolute failure of late night TV over the last 2 weeks, is signaling that Elon Musk might be interested in MSNBC just a little bit more. You'll understand right now. All right, here is the big one, I would say, of the day, although there's plenty on the way. And that is the decline of late night TV actually portends, perhaps, that Elon Musk might have a financial advantage in purchasing MSNBC. It's a wild connecting of the dots, but folks, after a while, we'll see if we can get you to agree. This is out of latenighter.com. It's by A.J. Katz. Weekly ratings, late night shows see post-election declines. Oh no. Look at these unbiased, neutral fellows who just want to tell a funny joke. Why would people stop tuning into that? Here's what we've got. Though they didn't take nearly the drubbing that MSNBC and CNN took in the days after Donald Trump's re-election, well, why would they? They're not political channels, right? Each of the 11:35 p.m. and 12:35 a.m. network late night shows saw ratings declines in the first full week of shows since the election. Oh no. CBS The Late Show with Stephen Colbert remained at the top of the pack, both in total viewers and among that very important demographic of 18 to 49 for the fifth consecutive week. Why is that demographic so important? Well, because they spin, baby. They spin. The Late Show averaged 2 million total viewers with 218,000 in the coveted range viewers, or the week of November 11th, per Nielsen Live plus 3-day data. That's a 12% decline in the total viewers and 18% decline in the coveted demo. Now, Jonas, I'm going to need you to do your homework. I would ask Marvin to do math, but I've realized he can't do math, so we don't math him up anymore. Jonas, I need you to write down somewhere, a little scratch pad, 218,000 in the coveted demo for The Late Show with Colbert, okay? 218,000. Okay. That's the number we need to remember. All right, we'll come back in a minute, folks. You can tell I've done my homework here. I know what I'm talking about because I'm telling you to remember things that'll come important later on. ABC's Jimmy Kimmel, The Crying Man, and NBC's The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon split second place at 11:30, with Kimmel averaging 1.7 total viewers and 170,000 in the coveted range. Jonas, write 170 down for Kimmel, please. That's down 4 total views and 19% from the coveted range. The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, meanwhile, averaged 1.1 million total viewers and 185,000 in the coveted range, which, by the way, means that for all intents and purposes, Jimmy Kimmel is in third place where he should be. All right, so 185 for Jimmy Kimmel. Jonas, you got those?
Yep.
All right, now
who was 200,000? I got the numbers. Who was that first one again?
218 goes to Stephen Colbert, who's also a hack. All right, so we're not going to cover the late night with Seth Meyers or Taylor Tomlinson. I really think that coming on that late at night, you're in a different category, and I think they've always been perceived that way. All right, so here is what's so fascinating to me. Now, we're watching the late night TV ratings absolutely collapse. They are not must-watch TV whatsoever. Buried in this article about cable news ratings from Adweek is something that's really, really important to understand what's going on with late night and why Elon Musk might be inclined to buy MSNBC. This is, it says, week of November 11th, cable news ratings. Fox News wins the week, but still loses viewers. Audiences continue to avoid CNN and MSNBC. This is by Mark Mochiro, and it says, this is TV Newser's basic cable network ranker and cable news report for the week of November 11th, 2024. The viewership wave that followed President-elect Donald Trump's election night victory greatly benefited Fox News as the network crested to ratings highs. And viewers have continued to stay tuned to Fox News as the new administration takes shape with some appointees coming from within the network. All right, what does this have to do at all with late night TV and its decline? Well, let me explain. If we go down, what are we looking for? We're looking for Fox News and Gutfeld. So buried deep down in here, it says programming. Fox News took all 15 spots, and I just want to pause for a moment and think about that for a minute, okay? Fox News took all 15 spots of the most watched cable news shows of the week. No, not they took the top 5, not they took the top 10. They took 15. I didn't even know they counted past 10. With the 5 at 4.3 million viewers at 5 p.m. remaining at number 1. But that is the total, not the demo that everybody's chasing. The demo is what matters. Take a look at this. In the 25 to 54 demo, and we're going to adjust. I know the other demo was measuring a slightly more broad, but that actually makes this worse for late night TV. And the A25 to 54 demo, which is more narrow than what we were using to measure the other late night shows, Gutfeld, which is itself a late night comedy show on a cable news network, so it's not on a real network, picked up 501,000 in that demo. Now, it does not give us the total number of viewers flat out. We can presume that's less than 4.3 because it did not beat the 5. But Gutfeld picked up 500,000 in a more narrow demographic than the others. So to go back to this, Jonas, to go back to this idea that late night is absolutely collapsing, Gutfeld is dominating them. So, Jonas, by what degree, even with this more narrow demographic, by what degree is Gutfeld beating the other late night hosts?
What
is
was
he
the number?
Less than double? Is he doubling? Where are we at?
400,000?
Oh, you want to go back to that? Gutfeld picked up 501,000 in a more narrow demographic. So how much is he beating them by?
You just want me to add them together? Sure, 1 second.
Sure, go for that. And while we do, I'll explain the Elon Musk situation. So here's the thing you got to think about. Go ahead, Jonas.
If you combine them all together, they
I wasn't thinking of that.
Just barely eke out with 72,000 more in the coveted spot here. And they don't bring huge stars on.
And that's with an advantage where they have a broader demographic that was measured than him, right?
Yeah. They don't have huge production values over there. They don't have the legacy of late night going for them on Gutfeld. They have a show that's on Fox News where he sits there and he talks about prominent YouTuber Valiant Renegade.
Yeah.
That's almost a lawsuit.
Maybe that's where his ratings came from, was mentioning Valiant Renegade. But let me just say this. So and I'll hand it to the panel now. Why would Elon Musk be interested in purchasing MSNBC? Well, think about it this way.
For the lulz.
Gutfeld, a cable news, not a network, a cable news channel that's doing late night TV. According to Jonas, and because that demographic was more narrow, we can very assuredly say Gutfeld has better ratings than all 3 of the so-called mainstream network comedians. He is pulling a bigger audience than all 3 of them. So if you're Elon Musk, you look at that and say, why would I not purchase MSNBC, turn it into XTV, and call my buddy Joe Rogan and say, who's the funniest guy you can give me? Because I'm going to get some of that Gutfeld audience. Why would you not? Panel, what do you think about it?
It would be one of the smartest things he could do. I mean, just think of all the lulls he would get when he publicly fires Rachel Maddow, which is a thing that he's already said he would do on day 1. It would be just it would absolutely revolutionize the cable news balance of power, and it would completely upset late night, especially because people are dying to watch anything other than Jimmy Kimmel crying, Stephen Colbert dancing around with syringes, and Jimmy Fallon not being funny.
I'm just imagining Elon walking in the first day of whatever he's changed the network to, with the big kitchen sink on TV, with Megyn Kelly and Joe Rogan following him, and whoever else is. I mean, it just
Alex Jones.
Alex.
And honestly, I wouldn't get rid of Rachel Maddow. I'd sit there and make her work out the rest of her contract and force her to read the news.
That'd be
The
so
real
funny.
news.
Well, you should make her do like a Hannity and Combs, where she's Combs, and you put somebody on there that'll annoy the
Her and
living
Alex?
daylights out of her.
Oh, you know,
Her and
what
Alex
would be
Jones on the
fantastic?
same show would be amazing. Yes.
If they get Michael Knowles from the Daily Wire to just put on those same glasses, since she's already stealing his haircut anyways,
Can you
to
imagine?
just put them right next to each other and have
People
Matt
would
out
think they're
with her
brother and sister.
insane takes, and then Michael Knowles with his based and Catholic takes right next to each other. Oh, that would be beautiful.
Oh,
Great show.
we got somebody out there suggesting Ricky Gervais on XTV, which is what I think he would rebrand MSNBC. Boy, that would be great. Ricky Gervais. I
The
would
name
love to see that.
MXNBC has been going around. I kind of like that too. MXNBC.
I like it as well.
Because you know what's even more funny is what the MSNBC part stands for, right? Microsoft.
Well, I'll tell you this. So Tom, you think about it though, people don't realize that Gutfeld is he's picking up more viewers than all of the mainstream combined. This may have been an indicator, if people had paid attention, about how the election was going to go. People just didn't know to look there and say, wait a minute, how is this possible? And it also, I think, indicates where comedy might be going in the future. So just something to think about. Politicizing late night TV has destroyed it. They're being outperformed by cable TV now, all combined. And they have every advantage in the world by being on a network. You know, we really hope that you felt this video was satisfactual. We know we had an actual good time participating and communicating with each and every one of you out there listening. It is a great honor. It is a great pleasure, even a responsibility to do this on a daily basis. You give us the dream job we love doing, and for that we can never say thank you enough. There's only one small favor we ask beyond what has already been done, and that is, folks, consider it. That is clicking the like button. Share, subscribe, click it, stick it to those pesky algorithms. It's the notification bell. And drop a comment right on down below. Let us know your thoughts, because your thoughts do indeed matter, no matter what the mainstream media would otherwise say. Folks, as we say every single time we end these videos, because we mean it, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.